The Super Bowl 58 host Raiders' first home game of the year against a six-time Super Bowl champion Pittsburgh Steelers. It is the Cowboys' last championship in Super Bowl 30 that did occur against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is the first part in the riddle. It is a team that will win their sixth championship this year. This is how we know the Niners have 0 chance of winning the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53 was the last time that a team won their sixth championship. The next time we see a team win number 6, they would be 5-3 right now, which is the Dallas Cowboys. The Panthers did have the number 1 pick this year. The Raiders are hosting the Super Bowl this year. As we said, with 6-3 all along. Dak Prescott, Jerry Jones, 63, beating Buffalo in the Super Bowl. It's Buffalo, that's gematria of 60. But I know what you're gonna say. Oh, it could be 5-4 at Vegas, because Bills is 54. They can go 5-4 in the Super Bowl. But the Cowboys began the year against the New York Giants, over at East Rutherford, over at New Jersey, the same place where Dan Quinn won a Super Bowl with the Seattle Seahawks. He gets payback for the 28 points for the Patriots. Super Bowl 49, rigged comeback against his defense. Rigged comeback from 28-3. They began against the Giants, Dallas Cowboys, because it's going to be 6 championships for the Cowboys and 4 for the New York Giants. This has nothing to do with the Cowboys falling to 5-4. This has everything to do with the Cowboys season opener. 5 titles for the Cowboys, 4 for the Giants. 6 for the Cowboys, 4 for the Giants. As we see right here with Super Bowl 53. 13-3 was the score. The next time we see a team win their 6th Super Bowl, it's going to happen over at Las Vegas, Nevada. That is what the 13-3 is all about. Over at the stadium that the silver and black play at. That is what 133 is about. The next time we see a team win their 6th championship, ever since that 13-3 scoreline, is going to be at Las Vegas, Nevada. So that kind of makes sense of the scoreline. And then as we tie into the 54 as the Super Bowl championship titles for the Cowboys and the Giants entering their season opener at New Jersey, kind of funny. Las Vegas, Nevada does have gematria of New Jersey, as gematria of Dallas Cowboys. And of course, Dan Quinn won his only Super Bowl with a 43-8 scoreline over at East Rutherford, New Jersey. This ties into what I talked about with Dan Quinn. But going back to the main point right here, the Super Bowl hosts, their first game is against a 6-time Super Bowl champion, is against the opponent of the Cowboys' last championship. That is why the Vegas Raiders are playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, as we keep in mind about the Las Vegas Raiders hosting the Super Bowl, it is the Raiders that have lost 28 total games during their time in Las Vegas, entering this season opener at home on Sunday Night Football. 15, 16, 27, and then the 1 loss against Buffalo. So they've lost 28 total games during their time in Las Vegas, the playoffs included, before their season opener as your host for Super Bowl 58. Now, how this is tied to Dak Prescott, the gematria of the Raiders' last championship. The Raiders won their last championship in Super Bowl 18. They are now at Vegas as hosts. Jerry Jones wins the Super Bowl to be 6-3 with the Super Bowl 18 winner as the host. Jones and reign in Buffalo reinforce the Diggs brothers partaking in the Super Bowl, and of course 18 not only ties into the Raiders' last championship as the host of this year's Super Bowl, but it is the Dak Prescott as quarterback, as a starting quarterback is going to win his first title in his 8th season as quarterback. That championship sequence for Dak ties in to the host. Written the other way around. His 8th season as quarterback of the Cowboys, his first championship. So right there, title first, year second for Dak is the Raiders' last championship. Allegiant has the naming rights to the stadium of this year's Super Bowl. The Cowboys' last championship against the Cardinals. Cowboys going 3-0 over at the Cardinals Stadium. Cowboys' last championship at the Cardinals Stadium. 8 seasons, his first ring. Last championship against Pittsburgh Steelers. The prior Super Bowl over at the city of Glendale. So Pittsburgh Steelers right there. His 8th season, his first championship, Dak Prescott. That's what that's about right there. And you could ask the question. I mean, by the way, it is not a coincidence that on a day that the Cowboys are playing to go 3-0 for the first over at the place where they won Super Bowl 30, so the Phoenix area, not at Glendale, but they won at Tempe. But nonetheless, their last championship is at the Phoenix area in Super Bowl 30, and the Cowboys go 3-0 with a win over at Glendale. 3-0 for the season, 3 for 3. That's Glendale. On the same day, the Cowboys go 3-0 at the same metropolitan area where they won Super Bowl 30 is the day that we see the first football game of the season played over at this year's site of Super Bowl 58. And we can see what the time duration is from that day. 20 weeks, 140 days. 140 days, I like. First of all, it's Pittsburgh that's playing that game. Pittsburgh is Camacho 140 and 50. And what I do like about Patrick Mahomes being the defending winner of the Super Bowl is that the amount of time from Dak's birthday to Mahomes' birthday is 50 days. They scored 50 unanswered points, the Dallas Cowboys, in the first 2 weeks of the season. 50 is also the Camacho of Inglewood, the last NFC site of the Super Bowl. So the last team to win their 6th Super Bowl, the Patriots, occurred against the LA Rams. The Rams are the last NFC team to win the Super Bowl. The Raiders, their last championship occurred while at LA. So I like the Rams riddle for the Raiders' last championship. Has everything to do with the city. The Patriots, their 6th Super Bowl against the Rams. The Rams' last NFC winner. This is how we know it's the Cowboys right away. And of course, the amount of time from February the 3rd of 2019 to the Super Bowl this year on February the 11th is to 2024, I should say, is 5 years, 8 days that we see a team win their 6th Super Bowl. That's 5 years and 8 days. That is the gematria of the Dallas Cowboys. 58 is also gematria of Sun Devil Stadium, where the Dallas Cowboys last won their last championship. Sun Devil Stadium is gematria 58. Over at the Death Star, the Cowboys from the Lone Star State, Star is gematria 58. And it may be Mike McCarthy. Let's check it out. Mike McCarthy's 57, but 57 prior Super Bowls. He may be born he's born in year 63, by the way, in case if you don't know. But Coach McCarthy is 58. Now, Mike McCarthy won his last championship against the Steelers. More on Mike McCarthy at the end of the video. Super Bowl 43 was the Steelers, their last championship. They begin the year against the Super Bowl host, Las Vegas, Nevada. Dallas Cowboys. New Jersey is gematria 43. The Cowboys season opener once again at New Jersey. New Jersey is gematria of Dallas Cowboys equaling 43. The Steelers last championship in Super Bowl 43. So this is the year championship sequence for Dak. in play right now. And end day included 5 years, 9 days from Tom Brady's championship, is the Patriots' sixth championship as an organization over at the Atlanta, Georgia area. Atlanta, Georgia, 59. Cowboys last championship over at Tempe. Tempe, Gamacha, 59. Dax Bomb died of a colon cancer. So when you see the Cowboys, you see a lot of 28, you see 13, you see 30, you see 58, you see 43. Not just numbers, but geometric interpretations. And so the Raiders are going to be going for their 26th win against the Steelers in the Sunday Night Football opener. And again, Cardinals is 36, Allegiant is 36. I don't know why I'm thinking Steelers is 36. What is it? Steelers is 31, 103. Yeah, it would be pretty interesting to see what the riddle is for Sunday Night Football. Let's take a look quickly at the Steelers and the Raiders. We're going to see if there's anything as it pertains to the win-loss record for Sunday Night Football. See if I mean, the Steelers are 1-1 right now because the Raiders, they won their first championship in Super Bowl 11. So this is how it was easy read for the Steelers to win. But here in the season opener, we can see the Raiders winning their 18th game against the Steelers all-time at Vegas with their last championship in Super Bowl 18, their home opener. So the Raiders should be the read right away. I should go to away games for the Steelers. Away games. Kenny Pickett does enter this game at 8-6 against Las Vegas. Las Vegas 86. We correctly predicted that part. The Raiders lead 11-5. They be going for win number 12. 11-6. Here's Dak Prescott. Just saying. Is this going to extend to 5 because of the Cowboys, the amount of championships that they have right now? The Steelers' last win at the Raiders did occur in the year that the Cowboys won the Super Bowl. So that is pretty interesting to that's a pretty interesting thing to mention. These games have been tight, very tight. Hopefully the script is in for the Raiders to win. Hopefully. Garoppolo going for his 40th win, I think. And the amount of time from Super Bowl 18 to Super Bowl 58, that's 40 years later. This ties into Dak winning the Super Bowl exactly 40 months after his injury. So the injury sequence of Dak, the 40-0 win week 1, the 40 combined points in week 2, the 40 Super Bowls later is going to be the Raiders hosting it from the time of their last championship in Super Bowl 18. So the 40 still remains significant. 40 is another key number. It's not a lot of numbers. The main one is 40, 13, 58, 43, 28, and 30, and 18.